My name's Stacy. Welcome to my kitchen. And tonight we're going to make a classic German holiday bread called Dresen Stollen. And it's a bread that's made with fruits and nuts that have been soaked in brandy or dark rum. I like to use a spiced rum for mine. And the rum is so aromatic, you can just smell it. Makes you want to just eat it just right when it's soaking in the fruit. But let's go ahead and start from the beginning. It takes a while, but it's not really that difficult. You make it the way you would start out with a typical yeast bread. It's very delicious. Dresden Stollen is made in Dresden, Germany. That's where it comes from, hence the name Dresden Stollen. And first you start out by taking your fruits. Traditionally it's done with candied citrus peel, but you can take some of your favorite fruits. I have a 1/4 cup of currant raisins, which are not currants but actually a special type of raisin that are particularly flavorful. You can take your favorite type of raisin, 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup of candied pineapple, 1/4 cup of candied cherries, 1/4 cup of dates, and a 1/4 cup of slivered almonds. And I've mixed it with 3 tablespoons of spiced dark rum. And we've got that just sitting and soaking up the rum. We set that aside. Then we take in a bowl or container and we take 2 packages of yeast, dissolve it in a 1/4 cup of warm water and let that bubble up for 5 minutes. Mine has already been bubbling up. Then I added a 1/4 cup of milk, 1 beaten egg right here. It's already been beaten. I'm just adding it to the mixture with a 1/4 cup of milk already added in to the yeast and water mixture, and a tablespoon of sugar was already in the mixture also. And this is a mixture of sugar, another 3 tablespoons, with a 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract and some salt. We're adding that into our yeast mixture that's already foamed earlier. Stirring that in. You can smell the almond extract already. Smells wonderful. It's going to taste wonderful with the fruit and the brandy and the almonds that are in with the fruit. And so you kind of mix that together and you can see it's kind of frothy and foamy with the yeast there. Okay, and then we've got all that added together, and we're going to add a 1.25 cups of our flour to this mixture. Which is about half of the flour we're going to use total. And at the end of our instruction, I will give you a clear listing of all the ingredients. sure you have all the amounts clearly written down. So we're just carefully folding in the flour to the mixture of yeast and milk and butter and almond extract and sugar and egg, milk. There's a little bit of salt. Okay. Now we're going to add in our brandy soaked fruits and nuts, and these should have been sitting for at least 5 minutes as our yeast soaked, and then we added the other ingredients, so hopefully a little longer than 5 minutes to soak up that nice brandy into the fruits and nuts. And you can see how nice they look, how beautiful. Kind of give that a little bit of a stir. And then we're going to put in the remaining cup and a quarter. I'll put in 1 cup for now. Just kind of ease it in. And we're going to knead that for 10 minutes after we get everything mixed in and get a nice soft dough. You're going to turn it out onto the board and knead it for 10 minutes. Then brush it with a little bit of oil. And put it back in the pan to rise for about an hour and a half until it's doubled in size. So it'll take about another quarter cup, and then we're going to mix this into the dough, and then we'll start our kneading. And once the kneading is done, I'll show you what the finished product looks like. But if you've never kneaded dough before, I want to show you how to knead your dough. You're going to soak up all of the flour. And you can do that right here in the bowl, makes less mess. You don't even have to take it out of the bowl, really. Just keep pushing along the sides until you've got every single piece of the flour onto the bread. It's a nice soft dough we have going here. This is really smelling wonderful. You can smell the almonds and the brandy and the sweet fruits all coming together. And you get all of the flour pretty much pulled off of the sides. Then take a little bit of oil, some vegetable oil in your hands, and rub that around the outside of your dough. And then you're gonna knead it like this, or put it on a flour board, or push it into your pan, whichever makes the least amount of mess for you in your work area. And you're gonna knead it until it becomes slightly elastic, till it kind of pulls back. Okay? And when it gets to that point, you're going to cover it with oil and oil the pan slightly because you don't want it sticking to the bottom of the pan. And you're going to cover it with plastic, like so. And put it in a nice, loosely, not tightly, and put it in a warm place for it to rise about an hour and a half. It should double in size and look like this when you're ready to go to the next stage, which is to kind of push it down like this, pushed it down like that. You're going to take it out, put it on a greased cookie sheet, like so. And move our flour. Brush it with a little melted butter. Like so. Push it out like that. Put the melted butter on there. And you want to make it into kind of an oval. And so it's kind of, you can, let me show you. It's kind of, we got it in a little bit of an oval shape. We've brushed our butter on there. And one of the classic traditions of making the Dresen Stollen is to fold it over like an omelet. So you press it out, and then you're going to take it and fold it over slightly, but not completely over. So you're going to leave a little lip right here, and kind of move it to the center of your board. And then you're going to take some already beaten egg white, and we're going to brush a little bit of that over the top. And that's going to give it a kind of a nice, bright, shiny top there. Now at this stage you're going to let it sit and rise again for about 45 minutes till it's about double in size. And then we're going to put it back into the oven to cook for 20 to 35 minutes at 355 degrees. And then you'll see what a beautiful bread comes out. And we'll finish it up together. But see how beautiful it's looking already. All right.